Isabella Torres adjusted the elaborate floral centerpiece on table 12, her brown eyes scanning the ballroom for any last-minute details that needed attention. The annual Riverside Children's Hospital charity auction was her biggest event yet, and at 24, she was determined to prove herself as the Grandmont Hotel's most capable event coordinator. The ballroom sparkled with crystal chandeliers casting warm light across white tablecloths and gold accents. Women in designer gowns mingled with men in tuxedos, their conversations a sophisticated hum beneath the string quartet's melody. Isabella smoothed down her simple black dress, professional but elegant, and checked her clipboard one more time. "Excuse me, could you point me toward the bar?" Isabella turned to find a man standing behind her, and her breath caught. He was tall, with dark hair that fell just slightly over his forehead, and eyes the color of deep amber that seemed to see right through her. He wore his tuxedo with casual elegance, as if luxury was simply his natural state. "Down the hall to your left," Isabella managed, gesturing with her free hand, all 5 fingers pointing the direction. "Thank you." He smiled, and something in Isabella's chest tightened. "Are you enjoying the event, or are you working it?" "Working it," Isabella admitted, finding herself returning his smile. "I coordinated everything tonight." His eyebrows rose with genuine interest. "Impressive. It's beautiful. I'm Noah, by the way." "Isabella." They shook hands, and Isabella felt a spark of electricity at the contact. His palm was warm, his grip firm but gentle, and he held her hand just a moment longer than necessary. "Well, Isabella, if you coordinated this, you clearly have exceptional talent. Everything is perfect." "Not yet, but it will be by the end of the night." She found herself relaxing despite her usual professional reserve. "That's my goal, anyway." "A perfectionist. I can respect that." Noah's smile widened. "When does your shift end?" "I'd love to buy you a drink to celebrate what I'm sure will be a flawless evening." Isabella knew she should decline. Mixing business with pleasure was never wise. But something about Noah made her want to break her own rules. "I'll be done around 11, she heard herself say. "I'll find you then." He did. Isabella had just finished her final walkthrough, confirming that the cleanup crew had their instructions, when Noah appeared at her elbow as if he'd been waiting. They went to the hotel's rooftop bar, a quiet space with city lights glittering below them like fallen stars. They talked for hours. Isabella told him about growing up with her single mother and younger sister Sophia, about working her way through hospitality school, about her dreams of opening her own event planning business someday. Noah spoke about traveling, about the pressure of family expectations, about feeling like he was constantly performing a role rather than living his own life. He didn't mention he was Noah Sterling, CEO of Sterling Corporation, whose net worth had been estimated at $3 billion. And Isabella, who rarely read business news, had no idea she was falling for one of the country's most eligible bachelors. "Come with me," Noah said when the bar announced last call. His amber eyes held a question, an invitation, leaving her all the choice. Isabella knew what he was asking. Every logical part of her brain said to politely decline, to go home alone, to keep things safe and simple. But her heart, which had been carefully guarded for so long, whispered something different. "Okay," she said softly. Noah's penthouse was stunning, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city, modern furniture mixed with unexpected warmth. But Isabella barely noticed the decor. The moment the door closed, Noah turned to her with an intensity that made her knees weak. "Are you sure?" he asked, giving her one more chance to leave. "I'm sure." What happened next was tender and passionate in equal measure. Noah's 2 hands explored her body with reverence, as if she were something precious and rare. Isabella had been with one other person before, a college boyfriend who'd been fumbling and rushed. This was different. Noah took his time, learning what made her gasp, what made her arch into his touch, making sure she felt cherished. They made love twice that night, once with urgent passion, once with slow tenderness. Isabella fell asleep wrapped in Noah's arms, his heartbeat steady beneath her ear, feeling safer and more connected than she ever had before. When she woke as dawn light filtered through the windows, the bed was cold beside her. Isabella sat up, clutching the sheets to her chest, scanning the room. Noah's clothes were gone. His phone was gone. There was no sound of him anywhere in the penthouse. On the pillow beside her lay a note written on hotel stationery. Isabella, last night was incredible. You're incredible. I have to leave for an overseas trip, emergency business. I wish I could stay. Take care of yourself. Noah. No phone number. No last name. No way to contact him. Isabella dressed quickly, her hands shaking as she buttoned her dress. The walk through the lobby felt endless, every glance from hotel staff burning into her skin. She caught a taxi home, collapsed on her bed, and told herself it had just been one perfect night. Nothing more. She had no idea that night had created something that would change both their lives forever. 3 weeks later, Isabella stood in her tiny bathroom, staring at 2 pink lines on a pregnancy test. Her 2 legs went weak, and she gripped the sink counter with both hands, all 10 fingers pressing against the cold porcelain. Pregnant. She was pregnant with Noah's baby, and she had no way to find him, no way to tell him, no way to know if he'd even want to know. Isabella slid down to sit on the bathroom floor, wrapped her arms around her knees, and cried. Isabella Torres reviewed the contract one more time, her heart hammering against her ribs. Sterling Corporation's 50th Anniversary Gala. Budget, unlimited. Timeline, 3 months. Client contact, Noah Sterling, CEO. It had taken her 4 years to build Bella Events from a dream into reality. 4 years of sleepless nights, relentless work, and raising her daughter Lily alone with help from her sister Sophia. This contract could establish her company among the city's elite event planners. But Noah Sterling. Could it be the same Noah? Mama, can I have more juice? Lily called from the living room, her voice bright and sweet. Isabella looked at her daughter, dark curls framing a cherubic face, amber eyes that were unmistakably her father's, the same serious expression when she concentrated on her coloring. Every day, Isabella saw Noah in her daughter's features. Just a little bit, baby, Isabella called back, pushing thoughts of the meeting away. The next morning, she dressed in her most professional navy suit, styled her hair in a sleek bun, and practiced her confident smile in the mirror. She could do this. She was not the uncertain 24-year-old hotel coordinator anymore. She was a successful businesswoman and mother. Sterling Corporation's headquarters gleamed with glass and steel. Isabella was escorted to the 45th floor, to a conference room with panoramic city views. She was setting up her presentation when the door opened. Noah Sterling walked in, and time seemed to stop. He was older now, lines of responsibility etched around his eyes, his dark hair touched with distinguished gray at the temples. But he was unmistakably Noah, the man who'd held her that night, the man who'd disappeared, the father of her child. Ms. Torres, thank you for coming, he said, his voice professionally cordial as he extended his hand. His amber eyes hadn't quite focused on her face yet, still scanning documents. Mr. Sterling. Isabella shook his hand, keeping her voice steady despite her racing heart. Their hands touched, and Noah's eyes snapped to her face. She watched recognition dawn, first confusion, then shock, then something darker, more complicated. Isabella, he breathed, dropping her hand as if burned. Hello, Noah. She kept her expression neutral. Shall we discuss your gala? For a moment, he simply stared. Then his CEO mask slid into place. Of course. Please, sit down. The meeting was torture. Isabella presented her vision for the gala with practiced professionalism while Noah watched her with an intensity that made her skin burn. When his assistant brought coffee, their fingers brushed reaching for the same creamer, and electricity sparked between them. When the others finally left the room, Noah stood abruptly. "Isabella, we need to talk." "About the gala?" "I think we covered everything." "You know that's not what I mean." He moved closer. "It's been 4 years. I've thought about that night constantly. I tried to find you, but you'd left the hotel. I didn't know your last name." "You left a note and disappeared," Isabella interrupted, years of hurt sharpening her voice. "I woke up alone. I had an emergency overseas. My mother was in an accident. I had to leave immediately. You could have come back. Could have tried harder to find me." "I did try." Noah's composure cracked. "I went back to the hotel. They wouldn't give me information about employees. I didn't know if you'd want to hear from me. I thought maybe it was just one night for you too." Isabella almost laughed. "Just one night?" "Right. Was it more for you?" His eyes searched hers desperately. Before she could answer, her phone rang. Sophia's ringtone. "I need to take this," Isabella said, turning away. "Hey, Soph, what? Is she okay?" "I'll be right there." "What's wrong?" Noah asked immediately. "My daughter. She fell at preschool. They think she might need stitches." Isabella grabbed her bag, professional composure forgotten. "I'll drive you," Noah said. "That's not necessary. Please. Let me help." 10 minutes later, they were in Noah's Tesla, speeding toward Little Star's preschool. Isabella's hands twisted in her lap, all 10 fingers knotted with worry. "How old is your daughter?" Noah asked quietly. Isabella's breath caught. This was it. She just turned 4. She felt him tense, saw his hands tighten on the steering wheel. The math was simple and undeniable. "Isabella. Her name is Lily," Isabella said, her VO. Noah pulled over so abruptly that Isabella gripped the dashboard. He turned to face her, his amber eyes wide with shock. "I have a daughter?" His voice cracked. "For 4 years, I've had a daughter, and you never told me? How could I tell you?" Isabella's own anger rose. "You left a note. I didn't know your last name, didn't know how to find you. I tried, Noah. I looked for you, but you were just gone. I'm Noah Sterling. I'm not hard to find. I didn't know your last name was Sterling. You introduced yourself as just Noah. I didn't follow business news. I didn't know you were some billionaire CEO." Noah ran both hands through his hair, his face cycling through emotions too quickly to track. 4 years. I've missed 4 years. We need to get to the preschool, Isabella said, her voice softer now. Lily needs us. Noah pulled back into traffic, driving in tense silence. At Little Star's preschool, they found Lily sitting in the nurse's office with Sophia, holding an ice pack to her forehead. Blood had stained her pink shirt, but she was more interested in the sticker the nurse had given her than her injury. "Mama." Lily brightened when she saw Isabella. "Hey, baby girl. Let me see." Isabella knelt, gently moving the ice pack. The cut wasn't deep, no stitches needed, but it would leave a nasty bruise. "Who's that?" Lily asked, her amber eyes focusing on Noah with 4-year-old directness. Noah knelt slowly beside Isabella, and seeing them together, father and daughter with the same eyes, the same serious expression, took Isabella's breath away. "Hi, Lily. I'm Noah. I'm a friend of your mom's." "You're tall," Lily observed. "Like a giant." Noah laughed, a sound of pure wonder. "I suppose I am. Are you okay? That's quite a bump." "I fell off the swing. Tommy pushed me, but I didn't cry much." Lily's pride was evident. "You're very brave." Over the next hour, as they took Lily home and got her settled with cartoons and juice, Noah couldn't stop staring at their daughter. Every gesture, every expression, he saw himself reflected back. After Lily dozed off on the couch, Sophia tactfully excused herself. Isabella and Noah faced each other in the kitchen. "I want to be in her life," Noah said immediately. "I know I have no right to ask, no right to demand anything, but Isabella, please. She's my daughter. I want to know her. This isn't about what you want. I know that. This is about Lily, about what's best for her. And doesn't she deserve to know her father?" Isabella's defenses wavered. "You can't just walk in and out of her life when it's convenient. I won't let you hurt her. I won't. I swear to you, I won't." Noah stepped closer. "Let me prove it. Let me be her father. You don't know what you're signing up for. It's not all sweet moments and smiles. It's 3 a.m. fevers and endless questions and tantrums in grocery stores." "Then teach me," Noah interrupted. "I want to learn. I want to be there for all of it." Isabella studied his face, searching for any hint of doubt or obligation. She found only fierce determination. "Okay," she said finally. "But we start slow. You can visit, spend time with her. We'll tell her you're a friend. Until we figure out how to explain everything." "Thank you," Noah breathed, relief flooding his features. "I won't let you down. Either of you." 2 months passed in a careful dance of co-parenting. Noah showed up every Saturday morning at exactly 9 o'clock, taking Lily to parks, museums, the aquarium. He learned her favorite foods, her bedtime routine, the exact way she liked her sandwiches cut. Isabella watched her daughter blossom under her father's attention, watched Noah transform from uncertain CEO to devoted dad. But she also watched herself falling in love with him all over again. Then Veronica Lancaster appeared. Isabella answered her door one evening to find a blonde woman in designer clothes, her smile sharp as a blade. "You must be Isabella." "I'm Veronica, Noah's fiancée." The word hit like a punch. Fiancé? Well, soon to be again. We were engaged before Noah got distracted by this situation. Veronica's eyes flicked dismissively toward where Lily played in the living room. "I came to discuss arrangements." "Arrangements?" "Financial ones. I'm sure Noah will be generous with child support. But let's be clear, this doesn't change our future. Noah and I have been together on and off for years. We're from the same world. You're just—" "I think you should leave," Isabella said coldly. After Veronica left, Isabella called Noah. "Were you going to tell me you're engaged?" "I'm not engaged." Noah sounded exhausted. "Veronica and I dated years ago. We tried again recently, but I ended it when I found out about Lily. She's not accepting it well. She came to my home, Noah. She looked at our daughter like she was an inconvenience. I'll handle it. I promise." 2 days later, Isabella's phone exploded with calls. Somehow, gossip sites had photos of Noah with Lily, with Isabella. The headlines screamed about secret love children and gold-digging event planners. Isabella's business phone rang off the hook, half her clients canceling, citing bad publicity. "This is Veronica," Sophia said, reading through the articles. "She's destroying your reputation." That night, Noah appeared at Isabella's door, fury and determination written across his face. "I'm fixing this," he said. "I'm holding a press conference tomorrow. I'm claiming Lily publicly, making it clear this isn't a scandal but a blessing. That will make it worse. I don't care." Noah cupped her face with both hands. "I love our daughter. And Isabella, I love you. I've loved you since that night 4 years ago. I'm not hiding either of you anymore." The press conference was headline news. Noah stood before cameras and declared Lily his daughter, spoke about reuniting with Isabella, ended any relationship rumors with Veronica definitively. That night, he came to Isabella's apartment one more time. "I know I have no right to ask this," he said. "But can we try again? Really try? Not for Lily, but for us?" Isabella looked at this man who'd broken her heart, then put it back together through dedication and love. "I never stopped loving you," she admitted. When he kissed her, it felt like coming home. They made love that night with the desperation of 4 lost years and the hope of forever ahead, relearning each other's bodies, making new memories to overlay the old. 6 months later, Isabella stood in Noah's penthouse, now their penthouse, watching Lily play with her new dollhouse in the corner. The same apartment where everything had begun now held their blended family. Her business had not only recovered but thrived after Noah publicly endorsed Bella events. She'd hired staff, expanded, and was now planning celebrity weddings and corporate galas across the country. "Mama! Daddy! Look!" Lily called, showing off her arrangement of tiny furniture. "Daddy!" It had taken 3 months of careful conversations before they'd told Lily the truth. She'd absorbed it with 4-year-old simplicity. "So Noah is my daddy? Okay." Now she used the word constantly, making up for lost time. Noah came up behind Isabella, wrapping his arms around her waist. "I have something for you," he murmured against her ear. He led her to the balcony where they'd first returned after that fateful night. The city sparkled below them, and Noah dropped to one knee, pulling out a velvet box. "Isabella Torres, 4 years ago I made the biggest mistake of my life by walking away. I've spent every day since then trying to make it right. You've given me a daughter, a family, a reason to be better. Will you give me forever? Marry me?" The ring was perfect, an emerald surrounded by diamonds, the color of hope and new beginnings. "Yes," Isabella whispered, tears streaming down her face. "Yes, absolutely yes." They married 3 months later in an intimate ceremony. Lily served as flower girl, taking her duties with utmost seriousness as she scattered petals down the aisle. Isabella wore champagne silk, Noah wore navy, and when they kissed as husband and wife, their daughter cheered the loudest. Noah didn't just marry Isabella, he adopted the life she'd built. He learned to navigate preschool politics, to make Lily's favorite breakfast perfectly, to read bedtime stories with all the right character voices. He also became Isabella's business partner, investing in Bella events and helping expand it into a full-service luxury brand. They worked together, loved together, built something neither could have created alone. 1 year later, Isabella sat in the nursery they'd created in the 2nd bedroom, rocking gently while nursing their son, James. Lily had been thrilled to become a big sister, though she'd negotiated extensively about sharing toys. Noah appeared in the doorway, Lily asleep in his arms after their bedtime story routine. "Let me put her down, then I'll take him so you can rest," he whispered. Isabella watched her husband settle their daughter into bed, then returned to take their son, handling the infant with practiced confidence. This was her life now, chaotic, beautiful, full of the love she'd stopped believing in after that morning she'd woken alone. "What are you thinking about?" Noah asked softly, settling beside her. "That night. How I thought it was just one perfect moment that ended badly. And now? Now I know it was the beginning. We just took the long way to get here." Noah kissed her forehead. "I'd take the long way 1,000 times if it meant ending up here, with you, with our family." Outside, the city lights twinkled with possibility. Inside, a family built from one night and 4 years of separation had finally found their forever.